Hello and welcome to UPSC Current Affairs Simplified. Today is 21st July 2025. In this video, we bring you the top 10 UPSC relevant stories from the Hindu covering GS2, GS3 and ethics. Let's begin with the first headline. The government is ready to debate Operation Sindoor in Parliament, says Minister Kiren Rijiju. However, the debate must follow rules and conventions. The opposition is demanding a statement from PM Modi, especially after US President Trump claimed he helped mediate between India and Pakistan during the operation. This issue connects to GS2 topics like executive accountability, India's strategic autonomy, and foreign policy communication. Questions may arise on how Parliament balances transparency with national security. This also reflects on India's diplomatic posture when foreign leaders publicly shape narratives involving Indian military actions. China has expressed interest in refining border management with India post-Lak standoff. Chinese Ambassador Xu Fihong also suggested restarting the Kailash Mansarovar Yatra to improve ties. At the same time, China warned India over remarks made by ministers about the Dalai Lama succession, calling it a threat to bilateral relations. This issue touches on GS2, India-China diplomacy, soft power through pilgrimages, and border confidence building. UPSC may ask about cultural diplomacy as a tool of foreign policy or India's response to Chinese sensitivities on Tibet. The Kailash Yatra, though spiritual, becomes a signal of shifting political tone. Tejasvi Yadav has written to 35 political leaders, alleging that the Election Commission's special revision in Bihar could remove 12-15% of voter names. He warned this could hurt democracy and set a dangerous precedent for other states. This issue links to GS2, electoral reforms, EC's credibility, and voter rights. In your mains answers, you can use this as a case study for how electoral processes must balance data verification with inclusivity. It also reflects federal concerns when state leaders question central institutions. Delhi's SCERT has begun training B.Ed students in Indian knowledge systems under NEP 2020. Topics include Pacha Kosha from Upanishads and ancient Indian chemistry. This initiative is part of a broader move to decolonize education and promote rooted knowledge. GS2 relevance, educational governance, and NEP. GS1 relevance, cultural heritage and philosophical thought. UPSC may ask how traditional knowledge can enhance modern learning. Use it to support value-based education and curriculum reforms. In Chandrapur, Maharashtra, tiger attacks have killed 25 people this year. Most victims are poor villagers collecting forest produce. Shrinking habitats and rising tiger populations are blamed. Locals are now building tiger shrines out of fear and faith. This connects to GS3, environment, disaster management, and ethics. Human-wildlife conflict is a growing crisis. Use this as a real-world example in answers on sustainable conservation, eco-sensitive zones, or ethics in environmental decision-making. Delhi University has released full QED cutoff data after 3 years across 1,528 combinations. The highest cutoff was 950 out of 1,000 for political science at Hindu College. This move is seen as a step toward transparency, though it also raises concerns about increasing academic pressure. GS2 relevance, educational governance, and access. UPSC may ask how data transparency affects fairness in public institutions. This is a good example for e-governance and higher education reforms under NEP. A whistleblower in Karnataka has alleged serial murders and secret burials over many years in Dharmasthala. The government has now formed an SIT to investigate. This raises questions about law enforcement, delayed justice, and whistleblower protection. In GS2, link this to the criminal justice system and state capacity. In GS4 ethics, use it as a case study on public accountability and moral courage in exposing wrongdoing. Odisha's Vigilance Department found 115 land plots linked to a divisional forest officer. Many plots are in relatives' names. The DFO is being investigated for disproportionate assets. This is directly relevant for GS4 ethics, corruption in public service, misuse of power, and personal integrity. You can use it as a case in ethics answers on how accountability mechanisms like vigilance can uphold public trust. After the Ahmedabad crash, the Hindu editorial has criticized aviation safety standards. It highlighted pilot fatigue, lack of mental health checks, and weak regulatory systems. This topic fits GS3, infrastructure and disaster preparedness. Also GS4, professional ethics in public safety. UPSC may ask how safety regulation can prevent man-made disasters. Quote this editorial in aviation or safety-related answers. Delhi Assembly is training MLAs in the National E-Vidhan application NAVI, a paperless software system to modernize lawmaking. This is an example of e-governance reform in the legislature. It improves transparency, efficiency, and sustainability. In GS2, use this in answers on parliamentary reform, tech and governance, or Digital India initiatives. NAVI is a strong example of tech enabling democratic processes. That wraps up today's UPSC Current Affairs from the Hindu, 21st July 2025. From Operation Sindoor to tiger conflicts and digital governance, we covered key topics for GS2, GS3, and ethics. Revise each story using PYQs and frameworks. Stay consistent, stay focused, and see you tomorrow with more UPSC relevant news. Jai Hind.